Hello, good morning, Srija.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Sir,
How are you?
fine, sir.
Okay. Still, students are have not joined.
Yes, sir.
How did you join,
Sir, uh, Google Classroom
Srija?
ID. Sir, after opening Zoom Meet,
Yeah,
see
just a
Google
minute.
Meet meeting code.
Yeah, yeah. Just Lakshman. Just a minute, Lakshman. Yes, copy that ID. Copy that. Uh, Srija, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
You say the same procedure in our class group. How did you join this class? So many are calling and
Okay.
asking.
Okay, sir.
Just text in our information theory class WhatsApp group such that they can join at the earliest.
Yes, sir.
I'll wait
Okay,
for
sir.
5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Lakshman, you
Sir,
join now.
yes, sir. Till now it is showing no one else is here, sir. In this ID only, sir.
No, I'll show you in the. Yeah, yeah. I'll show you where you went. Okay.
Yes,
You would have
sir.
gone to the.
I have taken the same ID, sir.
You would have gone to this. No, no. You would have gone to this meet link, which I'm showing now. Correct. You're able to see my
No,
screen.
sir. No, sir. I have checked both, sir. Yes, sir. I have checked the both of the things, sir. I have checked this link and
Yeah. In the first.
the post you have
No.
kept
In
here
this.
bottom, sir.
Yeah. The post ID only should be taken.
Yes, sir. In that only it has been
So that.
showing no one
Yeah.
else is here, sir. Till
Uh,
now.
Now you would have instead of O, you would have typed 0.
No, sir. I have copied, sir. I have not typed, sir.
Copied. Okay. But
Yes.
I'm waiting from 9:15 onwards.
Okay, but it is showing same, sir. No one else is here from 9:50.
Uh, Now, okay, but how did you join? Now
It
how
is
you saw joined same?
same, sir. I have opened again, sir. It three times or four times I have did the same, sir. It
Uh,
showed last time,
okay,
sir.
okay.
It
The
is
issue
better
is
to get
that you would
from
have
the
used
university,
your
sir.
personal Gmail,
No, sir. No, sir. University mail only, sir.
and that only I shared in. Uh,
From the link that
no, no,
Google
your mobile would have
Classroom
been
joined,
synchronized.
sir. Sir.
No, 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 no. You should copy this
That only I have did, sir.
whenever class starts. This I'm showing you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. You should copy. Okay, no problem. So that's what I was waiting.
Okay, sir.
Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
So every day, what you do is that go to your Google Classroom, go to the post before joining the class. Go to the post, see the link, Google Meet ID. I'll post you. So copy that link, paste it in your Google Meet. So then you will be joining the classes easily.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'll share the link, sir, in WhatsApp group. This meeting link, sir, not ID.
I too, I too shared it.
Shared, sir.
The same ID you'll get. See here. Yeah, already shared. Just now I shared.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. The same ID you see here. The joining info is what? Same. Same ID.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay. Okay. No issues. So shall we start the class for today?
yes, sir.
So you're able to see my screen. Vamshi, you're able to see my screen? Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Okay. Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, in the last class we had seen some definition and examples. In today's class, I'm going to explain you about uniquely decodable codes, instantaneous codes, how to generate this instantaneous codes, and some examples on how to find all these codes. So directly, I'll go for a uniquely decodable code. Okay. A uniquely decodable code is a type of code which can be decoded only once. So from this paragraph, the illustration is that a code C is uniquely decodable or uniquely decipherable if its code corresponds to C with the most number of S is it belonging to S star. So you don't worry about all those paragraphs. I'll simply explain this within a small example. So the function S star tends to T star is one to one so that each T in its image can be decoded uniquely. So uniqueness represents that the code that we are writing for an alphabet or for a symbol can be decodable only once. It cannot be decodable more than once. If that is the case, that type of codes we call it as an decodable code. I'll show you with this with an example. Okay. So you all are able to see the screen. You are able to see this screen. Any feedback?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can anyone read out the first line, please? Only the first line.
Prefix codes and
Any one of you can read out.
Sequence of
unique.
codes
Yeah.
that can
Okay.
be decoded
Thank you. Thank you.
independently only.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, uh, in the same example, I'm going to explain you two different concepts. One is a prefix code. Second one is a uniquely decodable codes. So, what is this uniquely decodable codes is? It is a sequence of codes that can be decoded only in one way. So this is your shortest form of defining your uniquely decodable codes. So what is a code would be your first question. So code is an representation of a symbol in terms of binaries, either in the sequences of 0 or ones and in the combination of zeros and ones. For example, if I have a symbol, for example A or B or C or D, the equivalent of that should be written in the form of either binary zeros or ones. So when it is being written in that form, that we called as codes. For example, in this example, I had written A1 is your symbol which is having a value code equivalent to 0. So instead of A1, I'll be writing it as 0. So here A1 represents your symbols, 0 represents your code of A1. So wherever I write A1 in the form of coding, I can write the equivalent value of A1 in terms of codes as 0. This is just for an example. Similarly, for A2, I am writing 1 0. For A2, I'm writing it as 1 0. So what is this happening is that when I make A1 symbol representation as 0, the form of technique that is used for transforming this A1 to 0 is called as coding technique. Keep in remembrance, A1 represents your symbol. The equivalent code that we are writing is in the form of binary zeros or ones or in sequences of binary zeros or ones. And the way that we make this representation of the symbols into codes is called as a technique called coding. So writing A1 to 0 is a coding technique. So in the next sequence, the next symbol which is occurring, I write it as A2. Okay. A2 has a code of 10, for example. Yeah, 10. Similarly, A3, I'm giving an example 110. And A4, I'm writing 111. Okay. So in this, check that whether the first code or the first symbol having 0 is present in the sequential symbols or not as your first letter. You see that here, I'll write it in a dashboard. Just I'll go to it. I'll take a dashboard or a Jamboard. Better. Just a minute. Why it's not writing? Just a moment. I'll check it. Brush marker. Just a moment. Till the image loads, I'll explain in the Jamboard itself, so that such that it will be easier for you. Yesterday I had worked on this. I'm unable to. Yeah, yeah. You're able to see this Jamboard. Is everybody able to see this? Let me check. Yes, is this visible? Pavan Chandra, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
is it
Yes, sir.
audible? So
Yes, sir.
is this Jamboard visible? Jamboard, you're able to see? Okay, shall I proceed? So some form of noise. Somebody has just joined in, I think so. Right, I'll use- Yeah, the sequence of codes that can be decoded in only one way. We call it as uniquely decodable codes. So I have a symbol which is this is your symbol that I circle it. A1 is the symbol and the equivalent. code is this 0, and I write for symbol of A2. A2 is your symbol. The equivalent code is 10. For the symbol A3, the equivalent the equivalent code is 110. For the symbol A4, which I am marking it in blue, all this represents your symbols. A1, A2, A3, and A4. All this corresponds to symbols, which I'm highlighting it in blue color. So whatever I highlight in red are its equivalent code words. Are its equivalent code words. For A1, the representation is 0. For A2, the representation is 10. For A3, the representation or the coded form of A1 is 0. For A2, 10. For A3, 110, and A4, 111. This is your representation. Now see this in the A2 context, the A2 symbol. See that whether, so we'll take A1. We'll take A1. So A1 is coded as 0, whereas A2 is coded as 10, A3 as 110, A4 as 111. So now see A1 and compare with A2, whether A1 is present in A2 or not. A1 is 0. See the first digits. For example, if I'm comparing A1 and A2, A1 has only one digit, which is the first digit. So compare that first digit with the first digit of A2. Whether they are same, I think it is not same because it is 0, here it is 1. And compare A1 with A3. So A1 is 0, A3 is 110. So it starts with 110. So A1 starts with 0. So this is disjoint. Okay, A1 and A3 are disjoint, and A1 or A2 are disjoint. Since A1 and A2, see the first two digits are not the same. Here it is 0, here it is 1. So these two are not same. Again, A1 with A3 you compare. So A1 and A3 when we compare, first digits are not equal. Now compare with A4, A1 with A4. So compare 0 with code of A1 with code of A4. So 0 with this, it is disjoint. So similarly, see, after completing A1, see A2 with A3. I'm seeing A2 and A3. So A2 is 10. See, A2 is 10, A3 is 110. See there, this has 10. So whereas A3 has 11. So these two are disjoint. Next, compare A2 and A4. A2 is 10, A4 is 111. So see that they are disjoint. Next, compare A3 and A4. 110, here it is 111. So the assumption is that, for example, if we want to decode a symbol, which is this 100, I'll write it again. 1 1 1 0 0. If I have an symbol code of 100 to be decoded, the first two digits you see, first two digits are what? A2. So I can write it as A2. The next digit is 0, which is equivalent of A1. So I can easily decode in only one way. So this 100, if is being given for decoding, it can be decoded only using the sequence A2 and A1. So this type of codes, we call it as uniquely decodable codes. So any doubts in this? Uniquely decodable codes. You can refer this Jamboard. I'll keep it for 4 or 5 minutes. The only one way of representing any codes or decoding the codes, we call it as uniquely decodable codes. Any doubts? Because this is an important concept in information theory. If you are not understanding uniquely decodable codes, it's very difficult to proceed further. So that's what I'm asking you again.
Sir, if you have only one, then how it is decoded, sir?
For which one? One? Here in this you're asking, which I'm showing in green, right? Here, if you have one
Yes,
one,
sir.
if you have one, it is not at all decodable at all with this code words. For this example, this cannot be decodable at all. It doesn't. We cannot decode one here.
Okay, sir.
We cannot decode it because it should be already existing with the symbols. Because we don't have one at all in this. Here in A1 we don't have one. In A2 we don't have. In A3 we don't have. In A4 we don't have. So one, as you say, cannot be decodable at all. It cannot be decoded. If something is present, only we can decode it. If nothing is present, we can't do anything. So it cannot be decoded at all if one is given. For example, if you say me some other sequences, I'll tell you how to decode it. Any other sequences rather than this? Apart from this 100, any other things you can say? I'll tell you whether it is decodable or not. Yes, please proceed.
1100.
1100.
00, sir.
Okay. Can you put it in the chat box value? Put it in the chat box. I'll tell you.
What, sir?
Put the value in chat box.
Okay,
I'll
sir.
copy that and I'll tell you how to decode. Hmm. Type the sequence in chat box. Uh, shall we go for Kishore's? I'll go for Sri Leka's first. Then I'll copy this. Copy. As you say for
00.
1100. Yeah. So when you write, I'm unable to write it here. I'll write just a minute. I'm searching for the pen. It is not scripted. Okay, 1100. Okay, I'll show in this example itself. So a simple question for this is that 1100. How do I decode it? So when you write 1100, C 1100 has here you can see in A3. What is A3 equivalent code?
110.
A3 equivalent code is 110. So as you said, this value 1100, the equivalent to this will be A3, right? A3 110. Three digits are out. One more we are having one more digit, which is 0. So for that equivalent is A1. So I'll write A1. A1. Okay. You can see the answer in the chat box. For one 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 zero zero, the equivalent code which can be
A3.
decodable is A A3. I'm typing also, so that's what A3 A3
A1.
A1 A1. Yeah. So this is your answer, Shrikala. And somebody is asking some other question
Thank
also.
you,
We'll
sir.
see for this also. Okay, Kishore's answer next. I'll go for Kishore. So Kishore is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ones and 2 zeros. So did he call A4, A4. Then afterwards we have three digits are out. Then 100. So remaining three digits 100. Where we have three double one. Again
Four
another
ones,
one is
double
there.
zero.
So 10. We have wait. I'll check this
A
question.
for A to A1, sir.
100. So 100 is A2 and
A4.
A1 in next. So A4, A, A2, A,
A1.
A4, A2,
A4,
A,
A2, A1.
A1,
A4,
A1.
A2,
So
A1,
this
sir.
is for yeah A4, A2,
Yes,
A1.
Kishore.
Is there any other way that we can
Yes, sir.
decode this? Uh, Answer is
I
correct.
don't know English, sir.
Yeah, Kishore got the answer now. And somebody, any
Yes,
other
sir. Sir.
questions in that?
We do have some doubts, sir. Can I ask you now?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Sir, like you have given the equivalent code for the particular example above, right? So for like A1 it is 0, A2 is 10.
Yeah.
So we just need to cross verify the equivalent code with
Hmm.
our list. If that matches, the code is valid for that particular example, right? That is how we need to consider it. No?
That is code is valid, but can you in any other way can you find the uh, way that these all can be decodable? Is there any other alternate way?
No, for
For
your
example,
example, like
1100 is
no, no,
given.
for no, sir, we can't. We don't have any other way to decode, but except
Yeah,
for the
we can't
way
do.
you gave us that example,
Yeah,
we need to decode only this way.
yeah, only one way is available. So this we call it as uniquely decodable way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There will be only one way for decoding one code. For example, if I give you now, I'll give you a task in the chat box. Now find 0 0. Okay, we don't. Okay, I have taken an example relevant like that, so you won't get in this. Okay, if we take some other cases, if you take some other cases as representing in the next example, I'll take A1 as A1 has some 00, A2 has 01, or A3 has some other. If I mix it, in some cases you may get two ways of decoding a code. So then that code is not a uniquely decodable codes. So that also I'll show you another example. Don't worry. So is this clear? Uniquely decodable code. Any doubts? Any doubts in this? Shall we proceed for the next?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. No doubt.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go for the next code, which we call it as uniquely decodable codes. We have an algorithm for that. The image is uploaded. I'll let you know how this decoding can be done. Yeah. So this is the algorithm. I'll, is this page visible? Yes. Okay. I'll change it. Frame. Just a minute. I'll change the frame. So this is an algorithm. You're able to see everyone. Is this visible? Is this Jamboard visible to all? Hello. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are able to
Yes,
see
sir.
the. You are able to see this algorithm in Jamboard that I'm showing you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll proceed. So next is how to test this uniquely decodable codes. So the same example I'm taking it here. I'm taking an example of A1. I'll highlight it just a minute. So here it is. A1 with 0, A2 with 10, A3 with 110, A4 with 111. So this is my symbols representation. So these symbols I'm writing it in sequence. First is that I'm writing A1, A1, then A2, A3, then A4. So in the place of A1, the equivalent code of A1 should be written, so which is 0. For A2, which is 1 0, I am writing, and in the place of A3, I am writing 1 1 0. In the place of A4, I am writing 1 1 1. So this is the sequence of codes. So what is the method to test whether the given codes are uniquely decodable or not? Is a simple algorithm. Okay, a simple algorithm. First is that we should make group of code words. First point is to make group of code words. So I had made in step number 1, group of code words is being given. Okay, in the next code, in the next step, I need to find a code named called as prefix code. Prefix code. So I think most probably till now you are not familiar with the prefix code. Okay, I'll tell you what is a prefix code. Fine. So in the same example, I'll highlight that in yellow color. I'll highlight the prefix code in yellow color. For example, we have equivalent symbol A1 having 0 and for A2 as 1 0. Okay. So see this in A2 we are having two digits, digit 1 and digit 0. The prefix of this 0, 0 which is a code is 1. So this is your prefix code for A2. And in A3 it is this one, the prefix code, this one. And for A4 this is the prefix code 1. So the code whichever is occurring before the code words is called as prefix code. Why I'm taking only one digit is that, see the first code A1, A1 is having only one digit. So all the remaining digits, first digit is your one code. Whereas, okay, I forgot to say you. So in this A3, these two, 1 1, not only not only one, the first two digits are prefix codes for A3. Here, these two. Until there is a change in the bit. For example, in A1 you're having 1 bit, in A2 we are having 2 bit, in A3 we are having 3 bit, in A4 we are having 3 bits. So until there is a change, whatever the previous symbols bit information is, that number of digits corresponds to the prefix of the present digit. So here in the case of A2 it is only one digit, so first one. In A3 is the first two, in A4 it is first two. So these are called as prefix codes of the corresponding symbol. Okay, understood what is the prefix now? Okay. So in this step number 2, if no prefix, if no prefix is found, if no prefix is found, then it is uniquely decodable code. Uniquely decodable code. So I can show you this with an example. So see here, A1 is 0, A2 is having prefix of only 1 0. So this A1 is not repeated here. So this is not repeated. Okay. Similarly, 1 of A2 is not repeated here. Similarly here. In the sense, this, the prefix of this is this, for a prefix of A4 is A3, prefix of A3 is A2, and prefix of A1 is 0. So these are in no prefix condition. So they don't satisfy prefix. So then we call it as uniquely decodable codes. This is the first method how to test an uniquely decodable code. So in the second, if I have a prefix to be found, in some other examples I'll show you how do you get an prefix to be found or when prefix is present. If prefix is present, we'll be getting a code called as dangling suffix. I'll show this dangling suffix also how it occurs. If prefix is found, then we'll be adding the dangling suffix. After adding a dangling suffix, again if the same data sequence or the same code word is not uniquely decodable, again going back to this same second step number 2, if they are same, then it is not uniquely decodable, else it is the data sequences are uniquely decodable. So this is your testing procedure. So this testing procedure I'll explain you with a good example where it fails to show that it is uniquely decodable code. I'll show that also. Okay, so I'll move on to the next image for that. If I don't give an uniquely decodable code, you can easily find it whether it is, or you can easily understand whether it is a uniquely decodable code or it is not a uniquely decodable code. So those examples are also available. Don't worry, I have worked out it. Okay. The word about prefix codes. So the prefix code is this. A small example of prefix code. Since I am unable to script it, I had taken a photo screenshots of that. I'm showing you. I think this could be visible properly. 100%. Yeah, I'll leave it here. Prefix code. It is not prefix to any other codes. In the sense, 0 separately, 10 separately, 110, 111. These all are not prefix to any codes. Means present before them. Okay, so this we call it as prefix codes. Whereas in example number 2, I'll show you. Example number 2, I take representation of A1 as 0, A2 as 1, A3 as 10, A4 as 11. So now see A1 which is having 0. This is not at all prefix to anyone. But whereas this 1 which is present, which is 1, this 1 is a prefix to this A3 which is 1 which is being present here. I'm highlighting it in blue. Okay. So here again in the A4 it is 1. So these codes are not prefix codes. If I show you an example like this with the uniquely decodable, it will be easier for you. I'll show that also. Don't worry. Is this clear what is prefix code? Any doubts in the prefix code? Any code word is not prefixed to any other code words. If it is not prefixed to any other code words, then it is called as a prefix code. See in this example, which I'll highlight it in red color. You can see this 0 doesn't seems to be in any of the prefixes, and whereas this 10 is also not in any prefix to anything. Whereas this 110, 110, I'll underline. This 110 is also not prefix to anything. Okay. So then this set of codes or these codes are prefix codes. This is what the illustration is. Any doubts in this prefix code? This is how to identify a prefix code. I hope you would have understood this. I'll go for the. So any doubts till this? Yeah, let me next image prepared. Just it's loading. Like 2 or 3 seconds. Probably I think so. It is loading. I'll try to rename in between. ITC. I'll rename this uh, Jamboard slide uniquely. That in future if somebody asks, you can chat them and they can easily. It is taking quite a while for upload issues. Like upload with a while. I'll continue. Yeah, I think you are able to see the screen now. Is it visible?
No, sir, it is not visible.
Jamboard is not visible. Jamboard
No, sir.
now. No. Then what you're able to see? Can you tell me what you're able to see such that I can adjust my screen?
Can you stop the presentation there?
Stop the presentation. Huh? Okay.
You have to
I'll
again
start it
start
again.
it.
Yeah, I'll start it again. Okay. Now, yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, you're able to see Jamboard. Jamboard is visible. Hello, Vamshi. Hey, Vamshi, you're able to
Yes,
see?
sir. It is visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Then shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am taking here two examples. Okay. I'm taking two examples. One with four sequences A1, A2, A3, A4 of value A1. I'll highlight it. I'll highlight it with red color. Right. A1 as 0, A2, A2 is the symbol. In example 1, the equivalent of equivalent code of A1 is 0, whereas in A2 the equivalent code is 1. The equivalent code for A3, I'm giving it as 10, and the equivalent code for A4, I'm writing it as 11. So this is one example. How to find out whether it is uniquely decodable or not, I'll tell you just a minute. The same while I'll be assigning in comparison to this as A1 with second example to as 0, A2 as in blue color. I'm highlighting it in blue color. A2 as 10, A3 as 110. Just I'll highlight it. A3 as 110 and A4 as 111. So three ones. Binary representation for these two examples. Okay. In another case, that I'll highlight it in yellow color. Okay. The same A1, I'm writing it as 0. Here I'll highlight. Whatever is being highlighted in yellow is for example 3. A1 as 0, A2 as 01, A3 as 001, A4 as 0001. So this I'm highlighting it in yellow. So now first we'll be drawing a tree for this. For every codes. Okay, for every codes we'll draw a tree. So equal in terms of A1, which had highlighted in red, I'll show it in red itself. So draw a circle. I have drawn as it is. I'm showing you it in red. So kindly be patient in listening this problem for solving UDC or uniquely decodable code, such that if you understand this, it will be useful in decoding the other codes also. Okay. So I draw a circle. So this is your code sequence which starts. Okay. So always keep in left side of the tree as 0, 0. In right side 1. Okay. So in left side if you put 0, what do you get? The state as A1. for the first problem, which I am highlighting in red color, if I give 0, 0 binary code, the resultant is A1. So I'm writing it as A1. If I give 1 to this state, it results in A2. So I'm writing it as A2 here. I'll show it here. A2, A2. If 1 is given. And for this A2, I write again, I divide into two branches. Left side always 0, right side always 1. So I give 0 for this A2. If I give 0 for this A2, it results in 1 0, which is the state equivalent to A3. So here, A3 is there. I'll underline A3 state. And for this A2, which is 1, I'm giving right side as 1. If I give in the right side 1, it will go to 1 1. So which is this A4. Okay. So here A1, here is A1, here is A2, here is A3, here is A4. So this, keep it as it is. Draw the diagram, keep it as it is. I'll explain the second one, then I'll tell you whether this is an uniquely decodable code or not. Okay, so understood till this how to draw this diagram? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, kindly ask now itself, because the remaining two and three examples are based upon this concept only. Any doubts in drawing this tree diagram? Any doubts, please? So shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you're able to see the Jamboard. Can I proceed for the second? How to draw the tree diagram for this? Anything, please? Harshita or Srija or Srikala or Lakshman. Anybody can open their mic, unmute their mic and tell me. Can I go for the second example? How to draw the tree diagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you had understood the first one. From this, I can make a note. Okay. So how to draw the second tree diagram is that always, as I said, 0 should be on left side and 1 should be on the right side. So draw a circle. I'll highlight that in blue color. Blue. So draw a circle. If 0 is given, I get symbol A1. So which is this. For 0, it is A1. And for this, I'm giving 1. If I give 1 for that, it comes to another state. So 1 0, okay, we don't have. Okay, for 1 we don't have any symbols at all, so leave it. So for this, apply again 0. For this 1, apply again 0. So I'll get A2, which is 1 0. So this 1 and this 0. So 1 0. So it is 1 0 is equivalent of symbol A2. Again, for this, apply 1. This side you had applied 0, so you got A2. This side you apply 1. So what do we get? We see. Is there anything 1 1? We don't have 1 1 sequence at all. So leave it. Then apply 0, which is to be applied on left side. So applying it on left side, I get here 1, here 1, here 0, which is A3. 1 1 0, which I am highlighting in blue color. Highlighting it in blue color. This is A3. And in the right side, apply 1 for this. So when I apply 1, I get 1 1 1, which is A4. So which if you are unable to see this, this is A4. I'm highlighting it in blue color. A4. So A1, A2, A3, A4. So this is for the second example. Yeah, you understood the second one? Any doubts? How to draw the tree diagram for this second example? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll go for the third one. Okay, I'll go for the third one. In yellow color, I'll highlight them in yellow color. First sequence is 0. So I put a circle. I put a circle. I'm applying 0 for that. So if I apply 0, I get A1, which I'm highlighting it in yellow. A1. I'll draw. Just I'll connect it. Just a minute. A1. So I'm writing A1 here. So A1 is the symbol. So for this, I'm applying left side. Always we should apply 0. So right side 1. So I'm applying left side 0, which is of no value. If I apply 0, I don't get any symbol. So I leave it. So apply 1 on the right side. So when I apply 1, I get 0, 1. So which is A2. So I'm highlighting it in yellow color. Yellow. Yeah, highlighting it in yellow color. So this is your A2. A2 value is, again, I'll draw it in yellow, which is 0, 1. Okay. If it is clockwise, I would have drawn it easily, but okay. Yellow is equivalent to A2, so I'm writing A2. 0, 1 in yellow color, I'm making it as A2. So next, for this state, I'm applying 0. So 0, if I apply, nothing is obtained. So I leave it. I get two zeros as the state, which is not our code word. We don't have any code word with two zeros. So for that, I'm applying 0. I get another state. 0, 0, 0, 0. We don't have that state also. So for this, I'm applying 1. So here, which we get 0, 0, 1. So called A3. A3 is 0, 0, 1. I'm highlighting it in yellow color A3. A3. Okay. So A3 is equivalent to 0, 0, 1. Highlighted in yellow color. So next for this tree, left side 0 and right side 1. So when I apply 1 for that, I get a state A4, which is 0, 0, 0, 1. So I'll highlight that also in yellow color, A4. So A4 corresponds to 0001, highlighted in yellow color. You can see the direction. Now, after drawing all these tree diagrams, okay, how do I find whether this is an UDC code or not? Is your question. So because that is our ultimate aim, whether it is uniquely decodable or not, right? So any doubts in drawing this tree diagram for all the three examples? Any examples? Sorry, any doubts in these three examples? Example 1, example 2, example 3. Any doubts, please let me know, such that I'll give you the conclusion how to find whether it is a prefix code or an UDC or not. Any doubts? Can I give you the answer now? Which we call it as what is a prefix in out of the three examples, which is prefix code or which is an UDC code?
Sir,
Yes,
practically
any
where we use
doubts?
this UDC, sir?
In
Hello.
UDC, okay, you are asking the applications of UDC.
Yes, sir.
Hello, your question is application of UDC codes, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello, uh, wherever we
Yes,
get
sir.
errors, wherever we get errors, there will be using prefix codes. As shown in the first slide itself, I have shown you an application of, just a minute, I'll show the same if I have it. I think it is, if I have, I'll show you.
Okay, okay.
Did you see, you're able to see this? Yes, you're able to see this CRC,
Yes, sir.
example disk storage, CRC.
Yes, sir.
You're able to see this RS encoding, you're able to see this CC encoding.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the basics of all this is your prefix coding, the evolution of that. Okay, if you are
Okay.
well versed in prefix codes or the UDC codes, you can easily understand what is CRC is. So CRC is applicable in every compression techniques, channel encoding and decoding.
Okay, okay, sir.
Wherever you want compression, you want to compress your data, compress your videos. If you want to retrieve the same information, always prefix code plays a major role. So, okay, any doubts in drawing this diagram? Any doubts in drawing the diagram? Because though we have drawn the diagram correctly, we don't know how to identify whether it is a prefix code or not, right? So can I proceed for that?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
just a minute. I'll ask anyone. Okay, it's okay. Anyone can unmute and tell. Okay, the first example, you can see the diagram. In the branches, I had underlined A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, in the second, I had underlined in blue A1. I had underlined A1, A2, A3, and A4. In third one, I had underlined A1, A2, A3, A4. All is being underlined. So out of these three examples, you should find in each of the example that this condition, which I am underlining in green color, if all letters are at external nodes, so this is the condition for prefix code. All the letters, if they are present at external node, then it is called as a prefix code. And you can ask me, sir, how do I find the external nodes? So the external nodes I'll highlight in green color, only in green color, so that you can understand. So this in example one, A1 is an external node, A3 is an external node, A4 is an external node in example 1. Next, in A2, sorry, in example 2, A1 is external, A2 is external, I'm highlighting it in green color, A3 is external, A4 is external, whereas in example 3, A2 is external, A3 is external, A4 is external. Have you understood how to find external nodes? Any doubts in finding external nodes? Any doubts? You may have a doubt now. Now you can ask me a question. Sir, in example 1, you did not highlight this. The black color which I'm highlighting, you did not highlight this, sir. And in example 2, there is everything you had what do you call highlighted. But in example 3, you did not highlight this. A1. In example 3, A1. And in example 1, A2. So what does it means? This means that
Because it is
whatever I highlighted in black are not external nodes. Understood? Understood what is an external node is? A node which is being not arising from another node is called as external node. So if we see in that case, A4 and A3 in example 1, I'm showing it in example 1. A4 and A3 is arising from an node, which is this, which is an internal node. So which is A2. A3 and A4 arises due to A2 in example 1. Whereas in example 3, from this A2, A3 and A4 arises A1, which is an internal node. Okay, understood this concept? Any doubts in this? Internal nodes and external nodes. In example 1, A3, A4 arises from an internal node A2. It is arises from that. Whereas in example 3, A2, A3, A4 all comes from A1. Okay. Okay. So we have a linkage here. We have a linkage here in example 3. We have a linkage here in example 1. Okay. So from this explanation, I would like to bring to your notice that example 1 and example 3 are not uniquely decodable codes. Whereas this example 2, which gives us prefix code, is uniquely decodable. You can see that we don't have a linkage. In example 2, A1 arises separately, A2 arises separately, A3 arises separately, A4 arises separately. So the codes of example 2, which I'm highlighting in black color because I don't have any other colors in my dashboard, is a prefix code, and this can be uniquely decodable. So this is what uniquely decodable code says. So any doubts in this? So with this I complete. This uniquely decodable codes. So any doubts? Example 1, 2, 3. So the conclusion is that example 1 is not uniquely decodable. Example 3 is not uniquely decodable. Whereas example 2 is uniquely decodable since all the letters, everything, all the letters are at external nodes. All the letters are at external nodes, which leads to prefix codes. If they are prefix codes, always, as I had shown you, in this, they are uniquely decodable codes. Okay, I'll highlight this also, just a minute. All the prefix codes are uniquely decodable codes, which I'll highlight it in black color. At this left top corner, I'm highlighting it in black color. All prefix codes are uniquely decodable codes. So any doubts in this topic? Any doubts in this? Any doubts from anybody? Okay, thank you, Kishore. Then, yes, yes, Pavan. Oh, sorry, Chandra. Chandragiri Tanuja. Yes, Tanuja.
Code.
Your voice is breaking. Kindly use the chat box at least.
Okay.
No, I didn't get you anything from you, Tanuja. Okay, you can send me in WhatsApp also if you're having any doubts in this presentation. So I hope if there is any doubts, you can send me in WhatsApp also.